Hey Minecrafters, it's Kimise and I'm here at the wall for another episode of KimiseCraft. So how you guys doing? I'm having a great day, and yes, I've been slugging away at the wall. In fact, let's go ahead and take a look at the progress, because a lot of the wall has come together since the last time I've talked with you guys. So what have I completed? Well, if you notice, I've got the walkway all the way across taken care of. I think last time that wasn't done. I did get all of the blue terracotta in. It's looking pretty good. And you saw me on the inside, and guess what I was placing? I was placing all of the diorite to give the wall its texture and look, which I think is looking pretty good. I just got a few more left over there on that side, and then I can come back around to this side and do the front side of the wall. Very, very cool. Now, a few things I need to do in the walls. I need to add some emplacements so I can put some defense areas. You'll see scaffolding and stuff there. I've got to create a gate here. Woo! Right? So I've got to create a gate right just where I flew through. Kind of got a hole there, but I want it to actually be kind of like a gate. Plus, I got to start laying out where I want all the cool things to be built all the way across along this path here. We're going to have a lot of things built in here. And I've got these two towers up here as well. You know, and also one thing that I didn't show you is the bridge that I built, which takes us to the city part of it. So the way this is all going to be laid out is we have important industries inside the fence. Outside here, any other farms we build will be right outside here, and those will be non-essentials. Right outside here in this green area right here is going to be kind of like the slum docks. It's going to be kind of run down. It's going to be like the place where people who you can't trust dock to try to stray, black market zone. All across in here we're going to have nice buildings, municipality buildings, hotels, maybe we're going to make a couple of themed saloons, bars type things like that. Maybe a market. A market would be really good up here. Also, we want to make some things like libraries, maybe a seat of governance, because I'm not sure if we're going to go dictatorship or not up here, so we got to make those decisions. And that's what all this is going to be in here on this side of the river. Now, on this other side of the river where we built the bridge, okay, this is where we're actually going to make the city area. We're going to have some docks here, okay, which we'll have, and then we're going to have a few warehouses next to those docks, and that's going to be the place where most of our traders live. But then we'll also have like the heights over here, in which we'll have nicer homes, and then maybe some apartment complexes or row houses. I think would be pretty cool. So we've got a lot to build. And then we might even continue on with the wall and fence in those as well, and the wall would be like right over here, coming out around here. And I'm not sure if I'd want to take the whole thing on, because that is one big area. You know, I don't want to make the mistake the poor Wells Knight made that one season on Hermitcraft, and he ended up biting more than he could chew as far as goals and stuff, and then got burned out, because I don't want to get burned out. I love the game too much for that. But that is what we've got planned. So it's going to be like some mega building going on, and I'm super excited to get on with it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to catch a nap. Woo. And you know what the things we need to get here? Well, anyways, I'm going to catch a nap, and I'm going to tell you what the plans are for today, guys. This is Kimise. I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, guys, so I've got my project. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is now, but I do want to tell you one thing I absolutely need for it, and it's clay. And right now, the best way to get clay is from the swamp. But I don't want to drain the swamp right next to me, so what we're going to do is we're going to travel just a little bit of ways so that we can get a swamp that, we're going to do this swamp over here, because I didn't want to go ahead and tear up the swamp that's right next to my house, right? Right. So this is what I'm going to be doing, guys. I'm going to be collecting clay, because I'm going to need some bricks for this build, okay? So I'll see you guys again in just a little bit. Okay, guys, so I've thought about it. I'm a little walled out, so I'm going to wait to work on the wall for a little while. But I've decided the first major build of the city is going to be. Now, obviously, you know, we've got some industrial builds going on over there. We've got the tower, which we still have to finish decking out and making it look good and everything. And I think we're going to put we're going to do a lot of landscaping around that to look good. But right up here, I think we're going to make our first municipal building. And what I want to make is I want to make a library. Yeah, I want to have like a library because you know what? All good civilizations, when they grow up to a certain level, they have libraries. And so, like, if you'll notice, we've got some hills here in the area. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is we're going to separate. Like that hill, that's going to be, you know, kind of like that's going to be the hill where the legislature meets and, you know, where all the lawmakers meet and everything, you know. And this will be the hill where we have a library and some other cool things. But to do it right, I'm going to need to go ahead and do some landscaping. So this is what I'm thinking, guys. We're going to take off at least 3 layers, maybe 4. We're going to take 4 layers all the way up to this dirt layer, all the way off, and that's going to give us a better place to work from. I do want it to be on a hill, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. And that's going to give us an opportunity to maybe make a big staircase up here. That could look really cool. And it's still going to look pretty nice because it's going to probably be at least 10, 15 blocks high. So it's going to be one of those attractions you're going to see out way over there. And I'm thinking of possibly making just a big clock tower on it as well, because I think a big clock tower would look really, really cool. So what we need to do is we're going to go ahead and clear all this area out. I've got to go ahead and chop down this tree. And then we can start laying down the footprint of the building. So let me go ahead and do these things really quick, and I'll be back with you as soon as I've made some headway. Okay, guys? This is Kimise. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, guys, that was quick. Got all cleared off. Looking pretty good. We got a nice big canvas we can work from here. So here's how we're going to do it. First off, we're going to go ahead and lay out exactly how big we want this to be. And I do want it to be a fairly big structure. I want to extend out over here, so basically we'll come over here. Maybe we'll have another road that comes back over here, and we'll have some other shops and stuff underneath it. But as far as the library itself, I think what we want is for the library itself to come out at least this far, because I want this to be a icon. This is something that everybody can tell. Wow, that's the library over at, you know what, we should name this place, shouldn't we? Guys, if you guys got any ideas for a name of this settlement, this town, or this city that we're building, because if we get big enough, it could easily be a city, go ahead and leave those in the comments. I think that would be fantastic. But definitely, we want this library to be grand. Okay, in fact, I was out gathering a ton of resources, and this library is going to be built of only the finest blocks that you can find, blocks that tend to be very expensive in nature, you know, and blocks that will include such finities as quartz. Oh yeah, because, you know, a really nice municipal building, guess what they have? They always have some sort of pillars, and how are you not going to make pillars out of quartz, right? Right. Okay, so that's one thing. Also, we went ahead and did some digging. We've got ourselves a whole bunch of clay so we could make bricks. So we're going to use some nice red bricks, which are going to help make it stand out to the other builds in the area. It'll also look really good as you're sailing up on with your boat. So that's going to be very, very nice. Okay, so that should be pretty cool. Okay, and also we are going to be using some polished granite. Not so much an expensive thing, but it'll match really well with the bricks, and it'll give us some variation in the blocks. So this is going to be the size of our library. I think I want to go ahead and, yeah, so like, well, I'm thinking maybe have the big entrance like right here, okay, and then have some sort of, you know, some sort of staircase that goes up to it, you know, maybe a winding staircase or maybe an angled staircase comes right off the road there, something that would look really sharp. I think that could be very cool. Okay, and then on this side, what I'm thinking that's going to be the main way in and out is that staircase. Because on the other side, what I'm thinking is we're going to have a secondary road that comes down this way, and we're going to call this the wall road. And I think we should have, you know, some possible shops and stuff right around the side here, because I think that would add a lot to this area. Okay, and it would also bring attention to, well, it also give a use for this place right down here. And then we could have another entrance to the library up here, you know, so maybe have this come out, I don't know, let's go maybe out like this. Let's come out like here, right? Yeah, I think that could work good, because I don't want it to be just a big rectangle. I'd like it to have some definition and stuff. So we can have another entrance right up here, in which you can, you know, go up the road and come up here to the library, you know, and then underneath it, you know, what we can do is we can go ahead. Oh, I don't want that. That's okay. This is just the foundation square blocks. I like using cobble for some reason. Just my style. So like this will be another entrance. So like when you look across, in fact, this will probably be the clock tower. Oh yeah, this will be the clock tower zone right here. So we'll have an entrance slash clock tower, which the clock tower we could easily just make right here. So this will be the clock tower area. So this will go up at least twice as high as the building itself, maybe a little higher. And I think I like the idea of having lots of different little tower builds scattered throughout here, because it'll make it look very developed, you know, very with bunch of very city-esque, with a bunch of shops and buildings all the way around inside it too. So I think that's going to look really, really good. So that's going to be the layout right there. Now what we need to do is we need to come up with a design. So I've got the materials, and that's the good news. I do have the materials on me. So let's go ahead and let's lay out what materials I have. Okay, so we have those and these. So stone car I think is going to be important. So I went ahead and got a whole bunch of quartz and bricks. I do have bricks smelting over in the super smelter, so when I run out of bricks, which I ultimately will, I've got those already collected here. And then over in here, well, I might have to go stone hunting because my stone supply is low. You know what, guys? I might have to start a strip mine because my stone is so low. Okay, let's go take a look and see just how dire my stone collection is, because I know it's getting pretty low. That wall took a lot out of it right there. So I did have spare stone up in here, and that I've got one stack, nothing in there, and I do have one shulker. Okay, so it's not the end all, but if you notice, none of these are really filled up, because I mean the only one that's starting to get quite a bit of love is my dirt. Because when I take dirt, I put it in here, and it's still not that developed. I have a little bit. Okay, I have a lot more granite than I thought I'd have. So let's go ahead and just grab some of these granites. We'll go ahead and put it in the project box that we got going already, because these polished granites will be really important to the look that we have up there. Ooh, it's already getting dark again. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to work off camera a little bit, try to get a design for the front of it, and be back in just a little bit. Okay, guys, so here we are. We are taking a look at what I put out so far. It's looking okay. Right now we've got the pillars, which are going to be the big grand entrance, so that's like a porch area, and then that's going to be the main building right there, to where those corners go up to right about there. That's the tower, but I think the tower needs to be up at least another 4 more blocks. Maybe 8. Yeah. Could be another 8 blocks higher is what I think we need to do with the tower, so that scale-wise it looks like it. I mean, right now we're looking just across from there. But if we come over here, you know, like at ground level down here, yeah, you're not going to be able to see the tower because of that. So that means we need to put at least so much higher so you can see the clock tower from down here. Like when you're, like, I guess I'd like to see the clock tower from every angle. So I think that's why we need to have height there. But so far the corners have gone up pretty good. I think it's looking pretty good. Definitely going to have maybe a 2-story fill. Not sure about that yet, but definitely one strong story. Ooh, with maybe, you know, the ring of bookcases around. Yeah, that would look really nice. And then we'll have all these tables where you can sit down and read and do research. Oh yeah, this is going to be a really, really nice library. It's going to be a great focal point for this area. Okay, so I'm going to go get some sleep and see if I can get a little bit more done before I have to end this recording tonight, okay? This is Kimise. I'll see you guys in just a bit. Okay, guys, looks like we got that tower height right, so it should be right there. You can see it when you're walking around down here. Okay, yeah, we might add it, maybe have it go up at least another 6 blocks, but it's starting to get there. So this library is going to look really good. So I guess the next step is to decide how we want to build on the insides. Do we want to have windows there? Yes or no? Or do we just want to have a nice brick pattern around? You know, most libraries don't have a whole bunch of big windows right in the side because they've got to have place for all the bookshelves and stuff. So that's a call we need to make, especially big grand buildings. They don't have lots of windows. I mean, we could do like a strip of tall windows at the top or something like that. I mean, you really don't want those all that sunlight coming in to damage the books anyways. That's usually how it works. So yeah, so basically here's what we're doing. We're using the polished granite right here to use that for the sides. And so what that does, that gives us a really nice stair-step bricks type of appearance, the way I'm doing it right here, going back and forth. What we'll then do is we're going to use a combination of bricks and some more polished thing to give it a look. So for instance, you know, the bricks work really well, with this particular type of texture. Well, the new bricks don't work as well as the old bricks did, but they'll be okay. Yeah, they've changed the brick texture since the last time I've put these together. Now, I don't think we necessarily want to go just straight across like this. I think we need to have some variation. So I'm thinking what we might also do is, let's go grab some stone bricks and see how we can incorporate these into the mix as well to give it a little bit more, I don't know, different, a little bit more of a look. I don't think it'll clash that much. No, not really. So, I mean, if we do it right, we can actually have it look really nice, because I don't even know if I have enough regular red bricks to do the whole building. I mean, that's a pretty expensive building. And just the brick structure by itself, it'll get kind of tedious after a while. But if we do it right, okay, and use some stone bricks to help alleviate it, or maybe even do a surround, okay, like for instance, maybe have this surround the outer edge like this, maybe. That could definitely give us a good, you know, that might be the way to go. Do slabs all the way around, maybe not full bricks, but maybe go with some slabs. So that's what we need to do, is we need to experiment and see what's going to give us the right facade for such a grand building. And it means we're going to be doing a lot of step backs and doing a lot of takes like that to see, okay, that's looking good. And if we do decide to do windows, I'm thinking we might do just a single pillar windows, maybe 2 or 3, you know, instead of doing the lines up there. So for instance, just a single block width of a window, put some nice glass in it, and so it doesn't take up that much wall space. So for instance, you know, we could have a window right up here, so this could go up like this, and then we could have this go up like this as well, you know, and we'll just cap it off there like that for fun, you know, and there we got a window. And then we can go about the same length from the other side. Let's grab some scaffolding. That's what this is here for, right? Right? And then let's climb up here like this. Ooh, that's looking one more, right? I think so. And and we'll just do one right there. And there we go. We got a couple of nice slender windows that work out right front. So let's see what that looks like. We'll stop right over here on the tree. Yeah, I think that can work. You know, maybe even bring the height of the building down like that. So we'll just have one big layer. Yeah, I'm thinking that might work. Maybe bring those down. Then we don't have to build the clock tower quite high and quite higher. So instead of having those go all the way up, maybe take 1, 2, 3. Yeah, take 3 of those down like that. So there we go. That is the plan. It's all a matter of, you know, how are we going to mix it up. So that's going to be where a lot of the experimentation comes offline. So I'm pretty excited. This is going to be great. So things we got done today is we did a lot of resource gathering. You know, gathering clay and gathering quartz isn't something that just happens like that. You have to go out there and do a lot of digging for it. Also, we went ahead and leveled out the top of that hill. We've got our basic layout for the library. Now, I know it doesn't look like much now, but once we get the patterns down and everything, I think it'll be really, really ostentatious, really grand looking. I think it'll start to add some culture and some of the other things that the builds right here in the city area that we've been building just don't have yet. So I'm really pretty excited about it. But unfortunately, guys, that's all that I have time for today. So this is Kimise. I want to thanks again for you guys stopping to check. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And if you don't want to miss any more videos, make sure you hit the bell so you'll get all the notifications you need. So once again, this is Kimise. Catch you later, guys. Bye-bye.